Game development isn't a game. Imagine someone asked, "Why do you make games?" How would most developers answer that question, I wonder? I think the majority would say, "Because I like games, which is how it should be." In my case, I suppose my answer would be, "Because that's what I'm best at." Liking games, or liking to make them, is lower down the list for me. The job of a game developer is to create games, but the work itself is not a game. It's one thing if you're making games as a hobby, but once money, sales, and numbers get involved, you need to approach it like any other job. In a perfect world, we should be free to make the games we want to make. You see it often with smaller indie games, and it's an admirable trend for sure. But indie devs are professionals too, once they start earning money. And being a pro means being light on your feet and ready to respond to demand. Plenty of game developers end up working on games that aren't their cup of tea. That's just a fact of life. I'm sure some artist who loves cute things is tasked with texturing lifelike zombies and roaches day in and day out. That can't be very enjoyable. But even if it's not your cup of tea, a job is still a job. You have to do it, and try to do it well. Of course, as with any job, it's good to find fun where you can, to try and figure out what makes the work interesting and rewarding. Say you're head over heels for a certain developer or director's vision. If you land a job with them, then sure, you might get a chance to make things you're into. But that's a very big if. If you become a director or game designer, creating game ideas from scratch, of course you have a better shot at making something you really want to. Still, even if you make it to the top, there's no guarantee that will happen. In my case, I put aside personal preferences when making games. I'm an experienced gamer, yet I made Kirby's Dream Land to appeal to newcomers. And I made Meteos even though I'm not so good at block puzzles. In other words, I don't design games for myself. I view every project that comes my way as an assignment, in which I create a game to fit a certain genre or goal. But still, the most important thing is to find the fun in it. I would say I've enjoyed my games and the process of making them. I often play them after release, too. Once you understand what makes games fun, you'll be able to create all kinds of experiences, regardless of your own preferences. I hope the videos I'll be putting out on this channel can offer hints that will gradually lead you in the right direction. Having said all that, no matter what kind of games a developer makes, we all have one goal in mind: to entertain our players. Whatever you do, never lose sight of that goal. If you feel like you've lost your way, just remember, entertain players. Game development can be fraught with challenges, but this desire to entertain can help provide the motivation you need to keep going. Stage clear!